Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Fairhaven Union High School, where it's boys high school basketball action coming up today. And today, the Fairhaven Slater boys will take on the Bellows Falls Terriers. And Fairhaven comes into this contest this afternoon with a 2-6 overall record. They are 2-1 in league play. And just to kind of recap their season just a little bit in the last few games here for the Fairhaven Slaters' last 3 games, they have a couple of big wins as they defeated Virgins and Mount Abraham Union High School. Big one against Otter Valley, 77-49. That was probably their biggest win so far this season. That happened on January 18th. Otter Valley, one of the top teams in Division II where Fairhaven plays, and that was a big upset over Otter Valley again back on the 18th of January. So Fairhaven on a bit of a roll coming into this gymnasium here this afternoon. They got a couple of tough games coming up here in the next few weeks. They'll be playing the Rutland High School Red Raiders and also Mount St. Joseph Academy. So Rutland and MSJ on the schedule for Fairhaven in the coming weeks. But it's this game today that they are focusing on as they take on Bellows Falls, the Terriers. And Bellows Falls brings a 6-7 overall record into this contest. They are 1-2 in league play. And the Bellows Falls Terriers did defeat one mutual opponent. That was MSJ. They defeated them back in early December, right around December 12th. Bellows Falls defeating MSJ 70-38. Otherwise, they've had a bunch of games away from us, teams that we're not necessarily real familiar with. They did defeat Windsor by a score of 75-64 back on the 23rd of January this year, so that was their last win. So just a quick overview of what's going on with the Bellows Falls Terriers in Division II as the rankings stand. And Hartford is the number 1 team currently in Division II as of today. 13-1 overall record, followed by Montpelier and Harwood, both with 9-3 overall records. And then it's North Country. Fairhaven would fall probably right around in 6th place, middle of the pack in Division II with that 7-6 overall record. A little further on down the line, the MSJ Mounties, also in Division II, have a 4-10 overall record. So that's a quick breakdown of each of these teams' individual games, the last few games. Also, what's happening in Division II. This is our first opportunity this season to have a look at the Fairhaven Slater boys. As we said, the Fairhaven boys are under a new head coach this year, and Bob Prenevost, the longtime coach, has retired after many successful seasons as at the head of this program, Hall of Fame coach. His assistant over the years, Luke Vadnais, has taken over as head coach. So Luke is now the head coach for Fairhaven. That's Luke right there, just in front of us there, as is the Bellows Falls head coach. Bellows Falls head coach is Evan Chadwick. So the two coaches right there just in front of the ball rack having a little conversation. Your officials, 3 officials right behind them, captains for each of the teams, as you see, meeting at midcourt to get their pregame instruction. And that is a look at what's happening here pregame wise. It's a Saturday afternoon, so a rare Saturday afternoon. Now, I should say, not say rare, because we've had a lot of Saturday afternoon games here so far this season. Good day to make up some of the games that couldn't be played otherwise. It's January 27th, pretty warm afternoon, and we have a pretty good crowd here on hand this afternoon at Fairhaven High School, as we'll have boys basketball action coming up. We'll have our starters and our rosters for each of these teams here in just a moment. All right, more pregame warm-ups happening on the court at Fairhaven Union High School. Let's run down that roster. I'm going to give you the entire roster here for Fairhaven. Sam Cahill will wear number 3. Sam is a freshman, 5'8 guard. Jack Almeida. Jack is going to wear the number 4. He's a junior, 5'10 guard. Dylan Wetmore. Dylan's going to wear number 10, and he's a senior, 6 foot and a guard. Jace Hetrick is a junior, 5'10 guard. Andrew Barker, number 12, sophomore. He is 6'2" and a guard. Noah Woodbury. Noah will wear number 13. He's a senior, 6 foot and a forward. Joe Buxton, and Joe will wear number 14. He's a senior, 6'5". He's the height on this team. He is a forward. Jack Spalding, number 15, a junior at 5'11 and a guard. Adam Williams, number 21, a junior at 6 foot and a forward. Ethan Haggerty. Ethan wears number 22. He's a junior, 6 foot and a forward. Tim Kendall, number 23, a senior at 5'8 and a guard. Santiago Benitez is number 24. He's a junior, 5'10, a guard. Max Cahill, number 30, a junior at 5'10 and a guard. Phil Bean wears number 32. He's a junior at 6'4" and a forward. And there you go. That is the entire roster here for the Bellows Falls, or the Fairhaven Slaters for Bellows Falls. We'll get to that right now. Number 1 is Colby Levesque. He's a guard, a junior. Number 2, Colby Dearborn, a guard, a senior. Number 3, Cole Moore. He's a forward and a senior. Number 4, Jesse Darrell, a guard and a senior. Number 5, Blake Betrand. He's a guard. He is a sophomore. Number 10 is Aiden Weir. Aiden's a guard. He is a freshman. Number 11, Walker James. He's a forward. He is a senior. Number 12 is Jackson Clark. He is a forward. He is a senior. Number 13, Camden Perry. He's a forward and a sophomore. Number 14 is Doug Sterling. Doug's a guard. He is a junior. Number 20, Ben Perry. Ben is a forward. He is a senior. Number 21 is Andrew Dunbar. Andrew's a center. He is a junior. Number 22 is Eli Elby. Eli's a guard. He is a junior. Number 23, Will Halleck. Will is a center. He is a junior. And number 30 is Tristan Boylan. Tristan is a guard. He is a junior. And again, the head coaches for Bellows Falls, it's Mr. Evan Chadwick. His assistant coaches are Josh Hansen and Ben Brink. And for the Fairhaven Slaters, the varsity head coach is Luke Vadnais. Varsity assistant coaches are Jason Venezia and DJ Perry. JV head coach Ken Webb. The JVs, by the way, won the earlier contest against Bellows Falls here at Fairhaven High School, and we'll be back back here, Fairhaven Union High School. We've given you the rosters for each of these teams, the head coaching staff. We have the athletic director, Kim Alexander, making her pregame announcements on the floor. We'll have the starters introduced on the floor. Joe Howard is with me, and Joe has been a guy that's done a lot of basketball games over the years as a radio announcer and other capacities, and we're going to try to put this together for you here today at Fairhaven. Joe, great to have you with us. We have a new head coach here for the Fairhaven Slaters, as Fairhaven being introduced on the floor, but Luke Vadnais is now taking over the helm of this program.
Greg, thanks for the invite. Nice to see you. Yeah, it seems funny. I was here in Fairhaven and I watched the Slaters play Middlebury a couple of weeks ago, and without seeing Coach Bob Prinoval walking the sidelines, it seems pretty funny. Bob was here for 20-something years, and then, of course, Mike Barstow before that, and a couple of interim coaches, Scotty Allen, Larry Ruffing. But once you get to a Slater coach, you stay usually, and Luke's getting his feet wet on the ground here with the Slaters. I think they're over 500 right now, and there was a time, Greg, when Bellows Falls and Fairhaven rivalry was incredible on the hardwood.
Well, the players, starters for each of these teams being introduced. As you can see, the Fairhaven guys being introduced on the floor right now. We'll mention Fairhaven. Sam Cahill is starting. Jack Almeida is starting. Also introduced number 12 is Andrew Baker. And it looks like number 14, Joe Buxton, who is the height listed on the roster as 6'5", one of the starters. And rounding out the starting five will be Phil Bean, number 32. So there you go, the starting five for Fairhaven. We'll get the Bellows Falls Terriers here as we go along the way. Saturday afternoon contest. We are going to pause here for our national anthem, and we'll have this one underway from Fairhaven High School.
Through
All right, and there we have it. That is the I believe the singing of our national anthem. I couldn't really see who was doing that. Is that somebody from one of the young ladies here from Fairhaven?
It is. Nice job.
Beautiful job on that. All right, we gave you the starting five here for the Fairhaven Slaters, and the Bellows Falls Terriers are coming out on the floor. JVs won the earlier game, the Fairhaven JVs. Saturday afternoon basketball, so a good time to take in a game here at the end of January. Joe, things starting to heat up in all divisions here. Division 2 especially tight. Fairhaven falls in the middle of the pack in D2. And coming into this contest this afternoon under their new head coach, and they bring in to this contest this afternoon an overall record that is at 7-6, so about a 500 ball team.
It's hard to believe the year's halfway over or better, Greg. Basketball makes the winter go by.
Certainly does. Tom Haley calls it good medicine.
It is good medicine, Tom.
All right, so off the opening tip, that was Joe Buxton that tipped it up. Center circle for Fairhaven. Slaters control it first, working it around the perimeter. We get a shot that will be put up and missed from outside, tipped up a couple of more times inside in the paint. Phil Bean got a tip of it. Another rebound, Fairhaven. Slaters will get another chance to reset that offense. Back to Phil Bean underneath. Bean, the big guy. I said Joe Buxton, but Phil Bean, good-sized lad underneath there at 6'4" as well, hits the first bucket of the ball game.
He's been having a credible year, leading the team in points and rebounds, and just a monster underneath.
And as you say that, that's Phil Bean that pulls down a rebound after a missed shot by the Bellows Falls Terriers. And a chance for Fairhaven to reset that offense. Ball up in the air, Fairhaven end of the floor, and that will be way off, but we'll have a rebound by the Terriers, and they're going to turn it over. A little sloppy here to start, Joe.
Yeah, both clubs turning it over. On that same possession, the Slaters will bring it down. Bellows Falls in a zone defense. Buxton with the three-point shot, up and good.
Beautiful shot. Joe Buxton, of course, a name familiar to our viewers in football season, was the quarterback on the football season, had a great regular season, ended up going down to defeat there in the postseason. But a very good football year for Buxton and the Slaters. As we have a shot put up the other end of the floor, we have a number 25 that I don't have him on the roster, but we'll try to get that.
The Slaters playing a man. They picked up three-quarter court. They're known for their man defense.
There's a shot put up from the foul line. Jackson Clark was the shooter there. Jackson going to miss that one, but got a good look at it. 15-foot try misses. Slaters with a chance at their end of the floor. And there is a Joe Buxton shot that came off the rim, rebounded by Fairhaven. And a little collision there underneath the basketball, goes out of bounds. It looks like it'll be the Terriers get possession.
Buxton tried to force it in, thought he had a man open. Ball goes out of bounds off of the Slaters. Back it'll go to Bellows Falls.
All right, so we see some full court pressure here as you look out from the Fairhaven Slaters on Bellows Falls. And actually they do a pretty good job breaking that. Jackson Clark with a left-handed shot from underneath, got behind the defense underneath for an easy 2.
5-2, the Slaters with the lead, but another turnover quickly back to Bellows Falls. 25, Greg, is Cole Moore. He's wearing a different number today.
Okay, yeah, I think we just were told that to start off with. All right, so 25 with a shot, misses. Rebound coming down to Darrell. And there is a shot, Fairhaven end of the floor. That is Darrell that put it up, misses. Underneath, Phil Bean with the rebound putback attempt and a whistle and a foul.
He was tripled there, Greg. Still got the shot up and a whistle and a foul. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair. He's tough. He's just solid and big and strong. And
okay, Cole Moore, number 25, is the guy going to get the foul. Looks like goes up on the board. It's his first foul. That's the first foul of the game.
Bean's first shot is on its way. It's up and good. He'll shoot the second.
And we are first quarter action here at Fairhaven High School, Saturday afternoon basketball.
Bean's second shot on the way. Got them both. The Slaters go up 7-2.
All right, so Fairhaven now will go back on defense. Slaters will wait pretty much for it at the half court as we see the Terriers having a little trouble here with this very good defense, and they'll turn it over.
Fairhaven's trapping the ball every time down the floor. They're putting a two-man trap on, creating some problems for Bellows Falls.
Three-point attempt put up over in the corner. That Sam Cahill took that shot, misses. Get a Terrier rebound right to the basket. Strong couple of shots put up there back-to-back. Jackson Clark put one up, so did Will Hellick. Neither going to go. And
Nice look. Kyle went underneath the Buxton, put the reverse layup up, missed it. Bean with the rebound, jump ball, possession arrow, go to Bellows Falls.
Leaves us with 4:43 left to go here in the first quarter. 7-2 is our score as the Terriers bring the ball down over the half-court line. Get a loose ball up. We're going to get a timeout. You could hear that one called from the Terrier bench. So I'd say we had a pretty good first half of the first quarter here, Joe, with Fairhaven up on top 7-2.
4:34 to go, first period. And both clubs come out a little sloppy, Greg. Again, Saturday afternoon basketball. Sometimes Saturday afternoon basketball is way different than a Thursday night basketball game.
Been seeing a lot of Saturday games. I was mentioning that here just when I started that. It's actually a pretty good time to make up some games. Usually what that slot is sometimes about. You get snowed out or iced out or any kind of weather problem during the week or whatever, you can put it in on Saturday.
And now we can add the shortage of referees, too, to the mix. And it's in all sports at this level. And it's just awful. There's just, they're aging out. The referees are aging out, and the new ones aren't coming in yet. So they're shorthanded as well.
Actually, last night we talked about making games. There's a foul underneath. There was a shot attempt put up by Jackson Clark. There was going to be a foul here on Fairhaven. But Pulteney got, suspended or canceled last night. They played that against Mill River today. But a lot of good local basketball teams this year.
Boy, you and I have seen a lot of them over the years, Greg. It's so fun to watch high school basketball at this level. And at this quality of basketball, you don't have to leave Rutland County to see good quality basketball.
Jackson Clark is the guy you're looking at on the line shooting. He missed the first one, as you saw. And the second one's going to be a little bit short. That one going out of bounds. So we'll see the Terriers.
Terriers are going to pick up this time. They're going to pick up full court. Buxton's going to trigger it in for the Slaters. He'll get it to Cahill.
All right, let's see how Fairhaven handles this full court pressure here. Still with it in the backcourt.
Cahill gets it across in time. He's at the top of the key looking, surveying. They're looking to go underneath. They're trying to find Buxton. He's on the left side, drives to the hoop, puts a shot up from 10, no good.
That's a good baseline attempt there. Little floater up there by Buxton, not going to go. And quick work getting it down the floor for the Terriers. Nice transition. Good work getting back on defense there for Fairhaven.
Clark had a good look. Nice turnaround. Just the shot didn't go for him.
Jackson Clark on that shot attempt. Slater's with it. Phil Bean, I got a touch of it over in the right corner. Good open shot right there for a three-point try. Jack Almeida, that was Bean on the putback?
Yeah, Buxton never even grabbed the ball. He just tipped it over to Bean, who's underneath. He lays it up and good. It's 9-2. The Slater's on top.
Those two guys, Buxton, as we said, listed at 6'5", Bean at 6'4". So Fairhaven got some big guys underneath.
Oh, Bean just got beat, though, by the little guy from Bellows Falls, number 2, Dearborn.
Colby Dearborn, nice job on a baseline drive on that right side coming in. Then Fairhaven trying to respond to that at their end of the floor. Shot put up by Dylan Wetmore, misses off the rim. Again, Fairhaven, good hustle getting back down the floor here on defense. They tip it away. That'll be a loose ball picked up. Let's see if Fairhaven can cash in here. Gonna have a foul on the play.
Good foul by Bellows Falls. Bean had an easy, uncontested layup. So the foul, he'll work to get 2 instead of just giving it to him and a chance to shoot a and 1.
All right, that'll stop our clock with 3 minutes showing on the clock left to go here in the first quarter.
Bean 3 for 3 at the line now. Awful nice stroke from that line for a big guy. Shoots the ball very well from there.
Well, you can see a little bit of what the strategy might. I mean, you got that nice inside game here for Fairhaven. Bean's probably going to be spending some time on the line. They go to him, and he's getting fouled here.
Buxton's going to go out and take a break. It'll be Tristan Doylan coming in to take his place for a couple of minutes. Bean hits them both. 11-4 to Slaters.
Bean, good defensive play down there. Also in on that was Jace Hetrick for Fairhaven to block that shot. And the Slaters come up with it. Slaters good transition down the floor. Terriers back quickly on defense, getting in their zone defense. There's a shot over in the right corner. That's going to be 3. And who was that? Number 10 is Wetmore. Dylan Wetmore for Fairhaven.
Had a nice stroke. Nice look from Cahill over to Wetmore. And Wetmore buries the 3. Foul on Kai Hill, the freshman. It'll go back to Bellows Falls.
All right, and they inbound just in front of our camera here, as you can see, right at the half court. And almost another steal by Fairhaven, but recovered nicely by Bellows Falls. Colby Dearborn.
Dearborn giving him a little bit of lift here, Greg.
Dearborn saw that nice lane in for the layup, but there's the answer at the other end of the floor, and that was Dylan Wetmore for Fairhaven. Getting 3 on that?
Yeah, give him a 3, 17-6. Now a foul out top. Oh, that'll be the second on Kai Hill. He'll probably, with 2 minutes to go to the bench and sit the rest of the quarter out.
All right, so again, the ball will be inbounded just in front of us here. We're sitting, Joe and I, in the bleachers here, right behind the scorer's table, which is a good place to be. And there's one of your officials, Kirk Abrahamson, who's been officiating for many, many years. We'll hand the ball to the Terriers to inbound it. Ball in play. Terrier drive into the paint. They'll dish it off over into that right corner. We get a 3-point attempt. Is that 3?
That's 3. That's Albee. Eli Albee with the shot puts the Terriers to within 8.
That'll be a junior on this team. It looks like we might have a sideline, a violation out of bounds over there on the sideline.
Yeah, it was tipped out by Bellows Falls. The Slaters will maintain.
All right, Jace Hedrick will be the inbounder. So the ball puts back in play. That's Jack Almeida there, just over the half-court line with the play ball inbounds. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter.
Slaters put up the third 3 in a row. Ball won't fall this time. It goes back to Bellows Falls, and now a whistle. They lost it out of bounds, far sidelines.
All right, Dylan Wetmore is the guy that took that 3. He's taken a couple of those here. We'll look for him in at halftime. I think he's made a couple, 1 or 2 anyway. All right, we'll have it inbounded there at the sideline, far side of the court from where we are situated. As the ball inbounded here to the Slaters. Jack Almeida, top of the circle, over to Phil Bean, left corner. Phil Bean trying to work. Oh, wow.
It's either travel or jump ball. Jump ball possession will stay Fairhaven.
There's 2 big guys right there blocking his way, 20 and 21. Ben Perry and Andrew Dunbar were equally as big as Phil Bean.
Dunbar's a big boy, for sure.
Just pushes his way in there, jump ball, no foul. Fairhaven will inbound at the baseline. Go ahead. I was going to say Dylan Wetmore, 3-point try again, misses. Ben Perry got that rebound. Terrier basketball, top of the circle.
Dearborn got the shot up in traffic. It goes out of bounds. It didn't connect, so they'll go back to the Slaters. Just a minute to go here, period 1. 17-9. Slaters on top. Max Kyle into the game now. He'll trigger up. Bellows Falls will pick him up again, full court. See if the Slaters will break it as easily again this time. Kyle.
All right, ball in play and over the half-court line down the right. Okay, let's see, into Bean underneath. Bean getting behind the defense.
Yeah, they're not going to stop him when he gets behind there.
Makes a score, a double-digit lead now for Fairhaven. Biggest lead of the ball game. They lead it 19-9.
Boy, Dearborn working awfully hard for Bellows Falls, trying to get something going. They double on him, but he goes baseline. He gets pushed towards the out-of-bounds line, a whistle and a foul. It'll go on number 4, I believe, for the Slaters. Whistled with it. Almeida, and then it'll go back to Bellows Falls. Dearborn again, right side. Puts the shot up, the 3-pointer off the side of the backboard. The Slaters with the rebound.
And good fast break they put together down the floor. Hanging back there was Wetmore. Got it all the way down the court. That long pass down there in for the 2.
There's hard effort by Dearborn. Put the first shot up, blocked. Got it back himself. Put it back up again, up and over the big, taller Slater defender. And 21-11, 8 seconds to go. The Slaters with the ball. We'll see if they get a good look. There's Bean. Bean right. Going to kick it back out. Again, the 3-point shot attempt. Nope. Steps inside. Didn't get it off, I don't believe. Doesn't matter. Didn't go, Greg.
That last shot was by Jack Almeida. That actually felt like a few seconds right there. You were saying 5 seconds or 8 seconds coming down the floor there, and they moved it around pretty good. But I'd say that was a pretty good first quarter for Fairhaven. They lead it 21-11 at the end of one quarter. Bellows Falls Terriers out of Bellows Falls High School, Bellows Falls, Vermont. And the number one team, Joe, is just looking at some of the standings before getting here today. Hartford's the number one team in D2 at 13-1. Then it's Montpelier and Harwood, teams we're not really familiar with. They have 9-3 records. Otter Valley, though, a real surprise this year. Otter Valley's 8-3. They got a very good basketball team up there at Otter Valley, but that is one of Fairhaven's wins. The Fairhaven boys defeated Otter Valley 77-49. That happened back on the 18th of January, so I'd have to say that's one of the high points of their season. A big Rutland County rivalry, always great matches with Fairhaven and Otter Valley. Otter's having one of their better years here in the many years, and Fairhaven hung tough with them and beat them.
Otters have to come here, too, so that should be a good matchup, Greg.
I was going to say, well, now that you mentioned that, that's probably going to be one of the biggest games of the year right here at Fairhaven. And they're all big as we get toward the month of February. Basketball season moving right along here. All right, second quarter action underway. We have a shot there. Hopefully I got the camera swung around to see that. Jackson Clark, number 12, just hit that bucket, and there was a foul.
Yeah, he'll shoot the end one. So they close at 21-13, just underway period two. And it's critical time here for Bellows Falls. They need to claw back in and get, single digits and see if they can hang with the Slaters for the rest of the first half.
All right, Fairhaven foul was Jace Hetrick that picked that up. Ball knocked loose. Fairhaven recovers it, and they'll bring it down over the half-court line with Bellows Falls waiting on defense. Phil Bean, ball goes to Buxton over the right corner, and we get our three-point shooter there for Fairhaven. Wetmore put it up, misses. Bean doing a nice job cleaning things up, left side of the basket off the glass for the two.
He scored the ball quite a bit here in the first period and early into the second. He's got probably close to 10 points now. Dearborn with the basketball, really surveying. Nice pass, gets it up and underneath. It'll go into Halleck, who will put the Bellows Falls with an 8, but quickly the Slaters down the floor, and Bean goes to the hoop, fouled hard. He'll go to the line. He'll shoot a pair.
That basket with Halleck at the other end of the floor is somewhat of a broken play there. He just kind of picked up on it, had a lane in there, but Fairhaven wasting no time, as you said. Great transition, getting the ball right down the court, and now Bean back on the line to shoot. Phil Bean is a junior, listed at 6'4" or forward.
He's perfect from the line. Got them both. I didn't jinx them. That's always a good thing. 10-point Slater lead. Bellows Falls with the ball. Dearborn will bring it down, looking. He'll give it to Moore. Moore surveys. Back it'll come to Clark. He's picked up, top of the circle, wants to go underneath, has to kick it back out. The three-pointer on the way up, no good. Out of bounds, off of Bellows Falls. The Slaters will go the other way.
That shot attempt was by Cole Moore, the guy that, he started off, I introduced him as wearing number 3. We were told he's going to switch numbers, so that was 25 that took that shot. Full court pressure coming here from the Terriers. Ball being brought over the half-court line now. Fairhaven working it around that three-point arc. Terriers in their zone defense.
Oh, Kyle tried to get it in the beam. Buxton tipped it up. No good. Back it'll go to Bellows Falls. Bellows Falls looking to push the pace a little bit. The three-pointer top by Dearborn. The shot goes out of bounds. Back to the Slaters, but Bellows Falls looking to push the tempo up a little bit.
Definitely a size advantage out there, Fairhaven, but a very quick Bellows Falls team. Looks like he's got 4 or 5 guards out there actually playing. There's no real height out there. There's a shot from that left corner.
Yeah, Bean got the boards, but you can see the push off underneath, and he'll pick up his first personal, and the ball will go back over to Bellows Falls.
That was an Andrew Baker shot for Fairhaven that you saw. Baker is a sophomore, or Barker, I correct that. Andrew Barker.
Uh-oh, they got Buxton up in the air. Oh, they missed the shot, Bellows Falls. But they got their own rebound. The shot will go up and good.
Jackson Clark hits the bucket. That was kind of cleaning things up there after a missed shot by Will Halleck. Now Bellows Falls liking what they see here as they get a little bit of a run going here.
Slaters are going to take a timeout too. You can see, we could feel Bellows Falls pushing the pace, Greg. We could feel Fairhaven having a tough time getting back and getting set in defense. So smart timeout by Coach Vadnais, and they'll talk it over.
It's kind of fun when you watch these games. You know, it's all composed of runs, right? You saw a good whole first quarter run by Fairhaven. Now a little bit of energy on the Bellows Falls side of things right there. They were down by double digits there for a time. They've snuck back under that, 25-17, so now they're down by 8 when it was 10.
Pretty good crowd for a Saturday afternoon game. The game started a little early, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, I was just going to say that as we'll show the crowd here to our viewers across the way. A little crowd shot, but definitely they filled in here for the varsity edition of this. A couple of big games coming up here on the schedule in the next week or so. It's one of the games will be MSJ on the schedule against Fairhaven, and then another will be against Rutland High School. So Fairhaven's got some tough competition coming. All right, ball in play for Fairhaven. 6 minutes left to go here. Second quarter, first half action. Greg McCormick along with Joe Howard here, Fairhaven High School.
Cahill will set the offense. He'll go to Barker, back to Cahill, left side. Cahill with the drive. Ball got away from him. Again, a turnover. Bellows Falls comes the other way.
And here come the Terriers with a beautiful little floater put up there by Cole Moore. Got in the middle there, one-handed it right off the square of the glass in for the two. 25-19. That's as close as the Terriers have been in a while. They continue their little bit of a run. Good pursuit on defense here. Fairhaven with it over the half-court line.
Bellows Falls turn to double the ball now. Bean with the basketball. Barker the three on the way, no good. Bean's going to get it himself. Wants to work to the hoop. Goes up from the 12-footer, up and good.
Wow, he's tough inside. Nobody stopping him. That was a little fadeaway jumper. 27-19 with that basket. There is a turnover at the Terrier end of the floor. They did that a bunch of times. They've been taking better care of the basketball here in the last few minutes. I thought maybe a foul on that. Bean got an angle, got a shot off, hit it. No foul, but he did look like he got fouled.
So as Bellows Falls cuts it to 6, the Slaters quickly go back up to 10. Dearborn, no, really working hard. Goes up, puts it up, and good. 29-21 the Slaters.
Back to the pressure here for the Terriers. Fairhaven, good transition down the floor. Good shot, good bucket right there for three. Is that three? Andrew Barker.
Andrew Barker hits the three, 32-21 Fairhaven. Now Fairhaven applies the pressure. Dearborn working hard to get it across. Beats the 10-second count and now goes right side. Barker will pick him up. They double down on the ball. They steal it again, but the Slaters will lose it out of bounds near sidelines.
All right, so good pace to this basketball game. A lot of energy out there on the floor as the Terriers will be inbounding it. Eli Albee, number 22, the inbounder. Ball in play for the Terriers.
Clark and Albee will play a two-man game. Clark's going to get the three on the way up and good.
Well, we are definitely seeing some shooting right here this afternoon. Jackson Clark, one of the seniors here, all met on that one, so he lined that up perfectly.
Slaters again will work against the pressure. See Bellows Falls now wanting to double the ball every time at top of the key. Fairhaven will get a look, the three on the way. Who's going to get the boards? It's going to go back over to Slaters. The shot put up and good.
Jack Almeida hit that shot. Noah Woodbury took the first one. Missed that. Both good looks at it.
Almeida's busy on the floor. He hasn't scored a lot, but he stays busy on the floor. He's always moving.
Terriers get a nice shot. A good open look at it. Right side of the free throw line. That's Cole Moore. I just hit that basket as we come down, approaching 3 minutes left to go here in the half.
They close it to single digits again, 8 points. Here comes Barker. Barker gives the ball to Bean. Bean strong to the hoop. Oh, it rimmed out. Got it back himself, up and good, and the one.
Wow. There is good, tough play by Phil Bean, doing the job underneath here for Fairhaven right now as he gets the two, and as you said, plus maybe one. We'll see here. Second personal foul there just called on Bellows Falls' Will Halleck. Got that new foul shooting rule this year, Joe, where you get 5 team fouls per quarter. Hasn't come into play yet.
Yep.
They reset that. A lot of folks having discussion on that, whether they like it or not. I think it's actually pretty good.
On the 2 shots. So no more 1-and-1s, Greg, correct?
Yes. So it's 5 team fouls per quarter. They reset it. I think we got a delay here for.
I think we got jewelry. I think it's got to come off.
So one of the Bellows Falls players here got to remove something, a necklace I think he's wearing.
Mom's coming down to help out.
He can't get the thing off. Oh, it's good to have Mom help you out.
Always. Always got a double on. She's going to work overtime today getting the second one off.
I guess I can see why that rule would apply. You don't want anybody getting a hold of that, right?
Yeah. All right, Bean stays perfect from the line. The Slaters go up again by 10, 3 minutes to go first half.
All right, so Fairhaven back waiting on defense there. They'll have a couple of defenders at the half court there. Sam Cahill and Wetmore both back waiting on defense. Ball being brought over the half court line here by the Terrier. Almost a steal.
Albee gave it over to Dearborn. He's looking to go back to Clark. He's guarding. Now they double the ball. Stolen away by the Slaters. Cahill gets it. Bean all by himself. Lays it up and good.
That's a good look down the court right there. Find the open man and get the easy 2. 39-26 is our score with that bucket.
Cahill, as a freshman, sees the floor very well for Fairhaven. Dearborn again, the basketball picked up out top by Bean, goes by him, puts the shot up and good. I'm impressed with the Dearborn kid. He's a hard worker. He's seeing the floor well, and he's getting some points. He's keeping Bellows Falls in here in the ball game.
And we have a timeout. Not sure which one. Is that Fairhaven timeout?
Nope. Go Bellows Falls.
All right, so the Terriers will take that timeout. We'll look at them here at the sideline. Bellows Falls, under their head coach, is Mr. Evan Chadwick. They were, well, within striking distance, and then Fairhaven just keeps coming back at them, 39-28, 11-point Fairhaven lead. That would be the biggest lead so far of the ball game. They cut it to 6 just moments ago, but doesn't really matter, I guess, with the 3-point shooting and good quick pace we're seeing here this afternoon. Very changeable, that score.
They'll have to find an answer for Bean here in the second half, or it's going to be an uphill battle if they continue to let Bean get the easy looks.
Okay, we just showed you the scoreboard here at Fairhaven High School. Full court pressure coming from the Terriers. Hasn't really caused Fairhaven much trouble here when they have seen it. Now they're going to throw it away, though. Turnover there. Jackson Clark coming up with that loose ball.
Clark to Dearborn. Dearborn looking back to Albee, right side. Nice look underneath. Shot is up, no good by Clark, but the boards to the Slaters, and here comes Almeida quickly down the floor, looking to Buxton on the left side. Buxton to Cahill. Cahill reset, goes center of the floor. Minute 42 to go in the first half.
All right, Fairhaven slowing up the pace here a little bit. They got that 11-point advantage here. Can afford to be patient, take their time, work that offense.
Cahill's going to get the open look for the 3. The ball goes nope, but Bean, who else, lays it up and good.
Yeah.
Bellows Falls wanted a foul over the top there. They might have had a case.
Just nobody to really match up with Phil Bean here this afternoon. Is that Clark?
That was Clark. Nice look. Here come the Slaters. Buxton down the right side. Cross course pass. It'll go. The shot. Wetmore, no good. Rebound. Buxton will get it. Buxton underneath the Bean. Double team. Lays it up and good.
Oh, those two working together real good there. 43-30 is our score. 13-point advantage, Fairhaven. Under a minute left to go here in the half. Fairhaven High School, Saturday afternoon basketball.
Dearborn the fake for Bellows Falls. Now he gets top of the key. No good. Shot partially blocked. Cahill for the Slaters will bring it down. We'll see if they work for one. 32 seconds. Buxton underneath. Not working for one. Right to the hoop. The shot will go up and good.
That's Dylan Wetmore just hit that basket for Fairhaven with 22 seconds on the clock.
And they force a turnover. Bellows Falls will throw it out of bounds. Back it'll go to the Slaters. So now you will see them with 20 seconds to go. You'll see them work for the last shot. 45-30. They balloon the lead out to 15.
All right, Buxton will inbound right in front of the Fairhaven cheering squad over there. You get a good rowdy group over there at these games. And they get it down the floor underneath to Bean. Got the shot partially blocked. Fairhaven recovers it. They kick it outside for a shot. Jack Almeida putting that one up. Good effort there by Sam Cahill defensively too, but going to be a missed shot out of bounds. Back to the Terriers.
I really thought they'd wait and shoot to get the last shot, but it's going to give the Terriers an opportunity. No, the Slaters steal it, get a shot at the buzzer. It doesn't fall, but 45-30, the score at half.
Well, Dylan Wetmore took that shot there right at the buzzer. Good opportunity. Nobody around him there. He's a little disappointed there. I think that he missed that. He had a good wide open look at it. And we have halftime. Let me zoom in here on the scoreboard for you and show you once again. They're missing a few lights on that scoreboard, but that is a 45 on the Slater side of the board there. So 45-30, they lead by 15, their biggest advantage here in this ball game. And they will take that advantage into the halftime locker room. We're at Fairhaven High School. Greg McCormick, Joe Howard with you here. Fairhaven Slater basketball. And we're going to see if we can get some stats here for you in just a moment. All right, we have halftime. Fairhaven High School, our score at the half. Fairhaven 45 and Bellows Falls 30. Joe's got our scorebook here, and one of the gentlemen from Bellows Falls kind enough to let us have that.
So Dearborn ends the first half with 10 points. He's tough. He good quarterback, sees the floor pretty well. Moore comes up 6, got them all in the second quarter. Clark had a very good first half as well. 9 points for Clark and 3 points for Albie. Albie hit a 3 in the first period, and Halleck had 2 for a total of 30 points. For the Slaters, Almeida with 2, Wetmore 2 threes and 10 points total. Barker had a 3. Buxton had a 3. Buxton had the first 3 of the game and then hasn't scored since. He's looked for that to change a little bit. But here's a big one. Phil Bean. Phil Bean with just a boatload of points. Perfect from the line. And 27 points in the first half for Bean. That's incredible.
You got to know that, like once they started, you're saying come up with an answer for Phil Bean, then the ball's going to Buxton, right? Is probably what's going to happen. You got those 2 big guys underneath, very good athletes.
You may see him face guard him. You may see them double down on him and try to stop the freight train going to the hoop. But they got to do to stay in this game. They've got to figure that out.
Okay, so that's all of our scoring stats.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in foul trouble at all for either club. So nothing to be worried about there.
Okay, and we got this gentleman. We didn't get his name there, but he's given us the scoring.
I tried to. A Fairhaven guy. I knew that too. I tried to get him the headset. He wouldn't take it. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe next time I'm here.
There's a former football coach, Dennis Perry, and we got halftime 45-30. And Joe Howard along with Greg McCormick at Fairhaven High School, and we'll be back coming up. All right, it is just about done halftime here. We have 45-30. Fairhaven having a nice first half of basketball. It kind of went back and forth. We saw both teams put together some runs, Joe Howard, and Bellows Falls has been basically chasing Fairhaven the entire game, but they did get down to about a 6-point advantage, Fairhaven at one point. And a little bit of back and forth, but Fairhaven, again, another good run to end the half, and they lead it now by a score of 45-30, 15-point advantage.
You and I have worked together enough to know, this is my favorite time of the basketball game. It's the beginning of the third period. I like to see what adjustments the coaches make at halftime. Bellows Falls certainly, it was obvious what they have to do to make that adjustment, now whether they can or not. But it's and the first half of the third period is critical in a high school basketball game. It'll go one way or the other.
Another thing you got to, we talked about it, Fairhaven having a new head coach, to walk into take over a program, sometimes, you got to work some kinks out. Luke doing a good job here. Obviously, Bob Prendevos, the coach for many years, and Luke was working under him. So a lot of what you're seeing here, I'm sure he learned and picked up from Bob Prendevos. But, definitely some adjustment. Fairhaven started the season a little bit slow. They're middle of the pack team right now, but folks are talking about this team saying they're kind of catching their stride.
Luke is involved in basketball. He knows basketball. He was under Prendevos for a lot of years, but he does a higher level AAU. He does youth programs. He really puts effort into the Slater program. So I think you'll see good things come.
All right, well, let's see what happens here. As we see for Fairhaven, that's Jack Almeida that's out there to start. Joe Buxton looks like he's out there to start. Sam Cahill. And who am I missing here? We got Phil Bean and one more.
Barker is going to start the second half for the Slaters. Cahill, I might will go back over to Bean. Bean cross court to Barker. It'll end back over to Bean, left side. Cahill, top of the circle. Wants to rotate it, goes right side. He double dribbled, they missed it, but he threw it away anyway, so it'll go back to Bellows Falls.
All right, I think John Hoagland actually was given that double dribble signal over there on the other side of the court. Another one of your officials, Kirk Abrahamson, as we said, longtime official right there on camera in front of us. Doing great jobs, your officials here this afternoon. Terriers down the floor with it. They're going to turn it over. That's a loose ball picked up by Phil Bean.
Bean to Cahill to Buxton, left side. Buxton looking, standing. Almeida with the basketball, strong to the hoop. He turns it over back to Bellows Falls. They got a clear lane, but the Slaters get back and pick up the rebound off the missed shot.
That was Cole Moore that took that shot right in front of the basket. Good look at it, just not going to get the two.
Bean with it, will bring it to Barker on the right side. Barker to drive to the hoop. So we've started the second half with 3 turnovers.
That's Will Hallett coming up with that and feeds it down the floor. Good fast break put together there on that turnover. Cole Moore hitting that one, and Luke Vadnais, I think, just took that time there.
Didn't like what he saw early on. They turned the ball over the first 2 times they had it down the floor and then got beat going down the other end. So Fairhaven wants to take a 30 and talk about it.
All right, in the camera here, we are looking at the Bellows Falls Terriers. We just had a nice little halftime chat with Dennis Perry. Joe and I, Dennis, the former coach of the football team here for many years, back in mostly the 1990s.
Went to the 90s, had a state championship or 2. Then he spent some time in Otter Valley with that program over there. Did very well over there. It's just a well thought of individual in our community here.
And the entire Perry family been very close to Fairhaven High School in athletics over the years. All right, timeout is over with, and we're back underway here.
Buxton will go to Bean to Barker, left side. Barker brings it back out. There's Buxton underneath. He turned it over, so 3 turnovers in a row for the Slaters. Back it'll go to Dearborn for Bellows Falls.
All right, Terriers, nice drive, and unafraid to go right down the middle. Jackson Clark, and hits a beauty underhanded shot there for the 2, 45-34 with that bucket.
So the first 4 points of the second half goes to Bellows Falls. Now they double the ball. Barker with it. Barker has the ball stolen away again, but Fairhaven gets it right back out of bounds. Fairhaven will keep it. So, we wanted to see what would happen with the runs here at the beginning of the second half, and so far it goes to Bellows Falls.
All right, so it'll be Buxton here lining up over there on the side as you see Joe Buxton getting ready to inbound for Fairhaven.
Cahill will get it left side, back to Bean. Bean looking to come back out to Cahill. They've changed their defense a little bit. They're in a zone. Now I go to Buxton, back to Cahill, shoot the 3 on the way. Missed it, loose ball, it'll be picked up. And the shot put up, no good by Slaters. And now Bean reaches over the top, going for the rebound. That'll be his second, I believe. It'll go back to Bellows Falls. So right now the Slaters struggling to find a stride, and Bellows Falls hitting theirs.
All right, so they definitely needed to make some adjustments there, and they seem to be doing that as we're about 2 minutes gone of the third quarter.
Albie and Dearborn will try to get the ball across the timeline. They do. Now Albie, Dearborn regular, strong to the hoop, but has the ball tipped out by Buxton. It'll stay Bellows Falls, ball near sidelines.
All right, so we'll have it inbounded by the Terriers, putting it in play here. Their end of the floor. They get the ball into the free throw line area, kick it back out, and that'll be a 3-point attempt put up by Cole Moore. Nice job on the rebound. That's Jack Almeida that came up with that rebound.
Almeida turns it over, though. Slaters 4 turnovers the last 4 times down the floor. Back to Bellows Falls. Dearborn to look. Brings it center to the floor. It'll be a whistle. I believe it's going to be a Kyle. Reached in. 13 foul for the Slaters in the second half. 5:25 to go, period 3. 45-34.
So we said they have the new rule this year, so anything over 5 fouls per quarter will be a double bonus situation. Ball inbounded by the Terriers, and that will be another foul coming right there. You can kind of see that one is Wetmore protesting that a little bit, but Cole Moore will go to the line to shoot, and he'll shoot 2.
I think he may shoot 3. Let me see. Maybe not. Maybe he wasn't outside the circle.
Nobody's giving us a signal here.
No. First one is up and no good. We'll see if they tell one or two more. Must be just one. We haven't seen a signal for two. So Wetmore's first foul for the Slaters. Second shot is up and good. He gets one or two, and the ball will go back to the Slaters. Let's see if they can get going. They've cut the lead to 10, Bellows Falls has.
And we approach the 5-minute mark left to go here in this third quarter.
Fairhaven looking to set something up. They go underneath the Buxton.
Yeah, nice play.
Very nice play, yeah. Patient, Slater's patient. Took their time, got a good look.
Well, that was kind of a lot of what we saw out of Phil Bean there. Work it inside Phil Bean the whole first half. He's still in there, but there's a shot the other end of the floor.
Albie, or no, it wasn't Albie. It was 12.
Clark.
Clark got the bucket. Clark's starting to get some points now. Great composure by the freshman for the Slaters. He does a really nice job. Bean with the ball back underneath the Buxton. Buxton kicks it out. The shot will go up and on the way. The three is up and good for the Slaters, number 4.
All right, we haven't seen a whole lot of those outside shots like we did right there. A good bit of that in the first half. And there's, again, the Terriers wasting no time. Quickly down the floor. Good transition. Jackson Clark in for the layup. Fairhaven trying to do it at the other end of the floor. And there will be a foul. That'll probably be on Clark.
It is on Clark, and kind of a bailout. The Slaters got Wetmore, I believe, got the ball up as he was getting fouled, so he'll go to the line and shoot a pair.
That is it looks like the first team foul that we're going to see on the Terriers.
Wetmore's first shot is on the way. It's up and good.
Wetmore, a senior here at Fairhaven High School. Listed as a 6-foot senior. Coach Fadden is making some changes.
And Max Kyle will come in and he'll give Buxton a rest. The second shot by Wetmore is up and good. 52-39. We're halfway through.
Is that their dad that gave you the scorebook?
It is. It is.
So we thank him for the stats. There's a steal picked off by Phil Bean. The pass picked up at half court. Bean right to the basket for a shot, and he is fouled.
Yeah, you're not going to stop the freight train. Bean will go to the line. He's been perfect. But that's 4 minutes gone in the first period. That's the first time Bean's really had a look in the third period here. So they've done a decent job keeping him away from the hoop. Soft touch is up and good. Second one for Bean is on the way. Perfect. Nothing but net.
30. Go ahead. I was going to say the score is 54-39 with that last bucket.
Bellows fouls the basketball now. We'll see if they are in a hurry to get to the hoop, or they're going to patient and try to methodically get back into this. Well, that's one way to do it. The three-point shot is put up and good by Cole Moore. Nice look by Moore. 54-42.
He was way out there for that one.
Here comes Cahill. Cahill quickly down the floor. They're looking to go to Bean. They shut Bean off. Cahill gets it back. Over to Wetmore. Wetmore to drive. Kicked it out top to Max Cahill. Little hot. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Bellows Falls.
All right, so that'll bring us down to 3:21 left to go here in the third quarter. Fairhaven High School, and it is Fairhaven boys varsity 54, Bellows Falls 42. Full court pressure as we see from Fairhaven on the ball. Terriers trying to get it over the half-court line, and they do.
Dearborn will get it over. Back head will go to Clark. His turnaround jumper no good. Cahill with the boards. Quickly out to brother Max. He looking to go, trying to get the ball back out. It'll go to behind the three-point line. The shot is up and good.
Beauty. Jack Almeida on that one, lining it up perfectly.
Almeida's logged a lot of minutes for the Slaters. Like I said earlier, he's all over the floor. Now Fairhaven will double the ball. They do get it in and underneath. Going to get a look, but we're going to have a shot by Dunbar, but a whistle and a foul on Cahill, on Max Cahill.
So Andrew Dunbar listed as their center, is a junior at Bellows Falls, so he should be on the line to shoot two. That is the fourth team foul, by the way, for Fairhaven. So anything after this will be a double bonus.
We saw Dunbar early in the first half, but we didn't see him much later in the first half. He's back out now. First shot is up and good.
So Bellows Falls hanging around. Again, they've been chasing this Fairhaven team pretty much since the opening moments.
Kobe Levesque will check in the game for the Terriers. Dunbar to shoot to second. It's on the way. Got them both. So the lead 13. They've cut it just by 2 in the second half here. Here comes the Slaters. They beat the press. It'll go back over to 3 on the way. No good.
Well, Wetmore made a living with those long shots in the first half. They're a little bit off here so far in this second half. He just took that one and missed it. There's a loose ball. Terrier end of the floor. Slater, it's good fast break. And as I say that, Wetmore doesn't need that outside shot. Nice breakaway layup.
No, he sure didn't. He beat the defense back down the floor. Here comes Dearborn for Bellows Falls. Fairhaven now, if they can't do it offensively, they'll do it defensively. They pick it up. It'll go into Clark. Clark again, the turnaround jumper, no. Dearborn amongst the taller players gets the rebound. Goes to the hoop fake. Oh, nice steal by Max Cahill. He's got his brother down. Left side, it'll go to Wetmore. Wetmore thought about the 3, now drives to the hoop. The 12-foot floater up and good.
All right, so another bucket for Fairhaven makes it 51-44. Minute 45 left to go, third quarter.
Clark again the basketball. Right side gives it to Dearborn. Dearborn pressured. Oh, stolen away by Kyle, but he went to the ground and traveled. But good effort. A lot of hustle.
All right, so we'll have an inbound play coming up here, this end of the floor you're looking at. Substitutions coming into the ball game right now is Coach Chadwick right there in front of us for the Terriers making some substitutions.
Halleck back into the game, and Dunbar will take a seat. Clark again, the 3. It's up and good. That's second of the third period for him. Oh, we got a timeout. Here we got a timeout before Fairhaven gets the ball in.
And 3-point shot, you know, it's a lot of people, some people like it, some don't, or whatever, but it certainly can keep you in a game.
It's part of the game now. It's not, it's never going to go away. It's actually one of the biggest parts of the ball game now at this level and at the college.
People talk about how when you get the outside 3-point shot going, that a lot of people will try to do that, and you kind of lose an inside game, but not the case here tonight. We're seeing a good inside game.
The one thing it does do at this level is that if the club don't have the big men like a Phil Bean, like a Buxton, like a Dunbar, they can still compete. If they can make the ball go down from the perimeter, then they can still be in almost any game they play.
All right, so we do have timeout. The clock here, well, let me show you that here. We'll zoom in on that as you see at Fairhaven High School. 1:31 left to go here in the third quarter, 51-47. They had a very nice night. I know you can make a comment on that here back a couple of weeks ago. We were not here on PEGTV for that, but it was a tribute to longtime coach Mike Barcelow, and I thought that was a very nice evening and a nice display for somebody who's so important to this basketball program.
I came to it, of course. Mike and I worked together at the radio station doing ball games for a little over 10 years. Mike was here for 23 years, had a tremendous win-loss percentage, had a state championship. They honored him with his state championship team. There was probably a dozen players from that club here, and there was probably maybe 30 or 40 players to come to see Mike. Mike's health is not the greatest, but it was a very nice tribute to somebody who's meant so much to this program.
And I know you did work with him doing radio broadcasts for many years. Fairhaven with the ball there end of the floor, and Wetmore trying to look like get it inside underneath the beam there. That one knocked out of bounds. It looks like it'll be Fairhaven keeping it.
It was probably one of the best times in my radio life, Greg. He just knew the game and just brought the insight of what they were doing, what they're going to do, what they had to do every ball game. And I learned so much from him.
And we had a shot, and it went in, but I don't think that'll count.
Now, Bean got called for travel on his way to the hoop. But a minute to go here, period 3, 61-47.
All right, so Fairhaven full court press on, and Terriers getting ready to inbound.
Dearborn the basketball, picked up half court. Now he's doubled, gets the ball out. It'll go to Clark. Clark's been hot. Clark goes strong to the hoop. In and out. Bean with the board. Quickly it'll come off to the Slaters.
Double teamed underneath. Phil Bean was there, right, surrounded by defenders, and pulled that rebound down. And now quickly down the floor, Max Cahill. 3-point attempt. That one up. That one's no good. Moore with the rebound. And that's Cole Moore there. Driving to the free throw line, pulling up for that jumper. No good. Over the back foul right there. Will Halleck trying to get that rebound. Somebody going over his back. We'll see.
It was Bean, and they, again, they're doing a better job blocking Bean out on the boards, and on both ends they're doing a better job. So Bean picks up his third. He had none early, and now he picks up his third.
And that is why we have that 15 foul there up on the board, so we'll be at the line here. Only 32 seconds left in the quarter. That resets, by the way, by quarter. So that will be all erased here in the fourth quarter.
First shot is on the way up and good by Halleck. And Halleck will shoot the bonus, the second.
Coach Vadnais with some substitutions. See Jace Hetrick coming in there. Noah Woodbury's now into the ball game.
Second shot on the way with 32 seconds. Gets 1 or 2, but Clark is there to clean it up. Puts it up and good. They cut it to 11. 25 seconds to go, period 3. Here comes the Slaters. They want to get it across. They do. Woodbury gets it. The shot is on the way by Wetmore.
Wow.
There's an answer.
Beautiful. On that one, that's what he was doing a bunch of in the first quarter. Gave Fairhaven that lead, a lot on his back. All right, underneath, couple of shots. Good rebounding attempt there. Will Halleck on the putback.
Halleck got the putback from Clark, and the Slaters won't get down to get a shot. The period will end. The Slaters 64, the Terriers 52, so they take the 15-point lead, Greg. They cut it to 12, and we'll see what they can do in the fourth.
It's funny you say that. I was just looking at that clock, and there's a couple of bulbs missing on that. I looked at it real quick, and I thought 54, 52, right?
I see what you're looking at.
That's what it looks like. You're missing part of that 6 there, but that is a 6. 64, 52. 8 minutes go up on the board. That will be for our fourth and final quarter, but fun basketball game here this afternoon from Fairhaven High School. So I said, Joe, coming up, Fairhaven's schedule, nothing's easy in February. Everybody's looking for position here, but on the 30th of January, Fairhaven will play Rutland. That should be an interesting game. That'll be a tough test.
Rutland having a pretty good year, Greg. They're playing pretty good ball.
D1 they are, and then the MSJ boys, I believe, they're D2, but they kind of play an upper southern schedule anyway, D1 teams.
Yep, correct.
Good challenge for them there, and then, of course, you got Otter Valley, as you mentioned, will be coming back here at some point, so that'll be a fun game. So
I bet the Otter Valley game would be fun, Greg.
We'll see if we can't get a presentation of that put together here on PEGTV. Would be fun.
Okay, we're going to get started. Dearborn with the inbounds pass, but loses it immediately back to the Slaters.
All right, Fairhaven with it, top of the circle. We'll get you the Fairhaven guys here when we get along the way. We got a bucket there. That's Wetmore, we do know.
Yeah, another 3. He's lighting them up now. 67-52. That's 3 3-pointers in the second half for Wetmore. Quickly, Albie will come down to the floor for Bellows Falls. He'll get the layup, so they get 2 of them back.
That was a nice drive by Albie, taking that right lane in there for the 2.
Kai held the basketball left side and shot it up again, but
Bean or Buxton?
I didn't see it. They were both around it, so I can't give it to either one, Greg. I didn't see it.
All right, well, Fairhaven gets 2 nonetheless, and ball knocked loose under the Terrier basket. Terrier staying right with it. Good second effort there. Will Halleck got the rebound, and he got fouled. So Will Halleck will be on the line, should shoot 2.
Action pretty quick the first minute of the fourth period, going back and forth, both clubs.
That was Dylan Wetmore that picked up his second personal foul. Nobody, to our knowledge, in any kind of big foul trouble here at the moment. Will Halleck is a junior at Bellows Falls Union High School. Got some.
Yeah, he's large too. I mean, he's only a junior, so he's going to continue to grow. He gets 1 or 2, but the ball goes out of bounds off of Slaters. Bellows Falls will keep it.
That's some of what we were talking about with Dennis Perry. Coach Perry helped out with the North-South game in football this year, and he was talking about he knows a bunch of these guys, and they're very good athletes. Always a good football program.
Now Bellows Falls will throw it inbounds, but out of bounds the other way. They'll have to go all the way back and bring it down, but Fairhaven will get the ball.
All right, so we got about a minute gone here in the fourth quarter. 69-55, and we have full court pressure coming from Bellows Falls.
Sam Kai held the basketball, splits the double, kicks it off. There's Wetmore again for 3. That's going to go long, but Buxton working hard for the rebounds. Tipped out. I think it'll be saved by Bellows Falls, so they'll keep it.
All right, ball over the half-court line. Cole Moore way out there will put it up for a three-point try. Misses. Loose ball on the floor. And I thought we'd get a jump ball. We got a foul though, right?
Yeah, it's going to go on. It's going to go on the Slaters, and it's going to go on Bean, and that's going to be 4 on Bean. So with 6:41 to go here, fourth period, Bellows Falls will take it out near sidelines, but we'll see if Coach Vadnais saves Bean in case this thing gets closer, or if he leaves them on the floor. Bellows Falls, the basketball. Albie goes back into Halleck. His shot is up and good. So now the tighten it ever so slight to get it to 12 again. The Slaters the ball, and they'll turn it over, but see if they save it back. They do. Oh, they call a backcourt though, because Bellows Falls never got the possession, so Fairhaven commits the turnover, and they could potentially get it to 10 or 9 here, Greg.
All right, so Terriers will put their inbounder there, Colby Dearborn, the guy going to inbound it.
Clark will have it. Clark will go back to Dearborn, brings the ball center to the floor, backs up, kicks it back in underneath. The shot's up and no good by Halleck. The Slaters will get the boards. Elmeda with it. Buxton left side, back out top to reverse it to Kyle. Right side it'll go to Wetmore. Underneath it'll go to Bean. Bean shot is on the way. No good. It's got to be careful going for the boards, but it goes out of bounds off of Bellows Falls.
All right, so it's going to stay here for Fairhaven to inbound with 5:55 left to go here in the basketball game. 69-57, Fairhaven lead.
Watch for Cahill to get the shot on this inbounds play. What do we got? Timeout.
All right, so Sam Cahill did not get an inbound pass in. Coach Vadnais taking the timeout. As we have a look at the Fairhaven team here on camera. Fairhaven, let's mention their coaching staff. Varsity head coach Luke Vadnais, varsity assistant coaches are Jason Venezia and DJ Perry. JV head coach Mr. Ken Webb. JV assistant coach Ryan Lawrence. Athletic trainer here Mike Finnegan. And those are all the folks with a lot to do with this basketball program and athletics here at Fairhaven. And again, a good crowd here for a Saturday afternoon. Across the way there you see on the wall Slater Nation logo. This is our first opportunity for a basketball game here this season on PEGTV, to my knowledge. And I'm going to try to get a couple more in here. But a lot of good Rutland County basketball. Joe, as we see, we talked a little bit about the Otter Valley team having a very successful year up there. One of the top teams to beat in Division II.
Yep. They're having a very nice year. It's nice to see that program doing well.
They're 8-3 as we sit here today at the end of January. One of those losses, one of those 3 was to this Fairhaven team. So Fairhaven's starting to gel and click together here, and they will have another meeting, as Joe mentioned earlier.
Okay, let's see if the Slaters will get it in this time. They're looking to go to Wetmore left side. Now they have to bring it way out top. Back it'll go to Wetmore underneath the Bean. Kicked out to Cahill. Buxton thought about the 3. Now Fairhaven's going to be content, though, to get good looks here. Bean with it back to Buxton. Left side. Cahill will get it. Now back to Cahill. Right side it'll go to Buxton. Oh, they turned it over. That's not really what they were looking for, but it'll go back over to Moore. Shot turn around, no good. Loose ball foul. It's going to go on Halleck, I believe. Loose ball.
All right, so Cole Moore did get a little fadeaway jumper off there, came off the rim, and now again Fairhaven will have it with 5.5 minutes left to go here in this contest.
The lead is 12 for the Slaters, 5:30 to go. See what Fairhaven, see if they come down patient again or if they stay in the flow and try to keep going to the hoop. Buxton has it. Buxton look for Bean, has to kick it back out top. So Fairhaven will keep the ball out top and wind some clock again. Buxton right side. He's got an open 3, puts it up, no good, but Fairhaven's going to get it back. Wetmore will pull it out. Good play, and Cahill will reset. They'll reload. Top center. Now they're going to get it into Bean. Bean to the hoop, up and good.
Wow. It looks like you got a little bumping going on there with he and Will Halleck with the defender on defense there. No foul, but they get the 2.
I think you'll see Fairhaven do that the rest of the contest here, try to run the clock and just be methodical. Bellows falls quickly down the floor. 2 shots put up by Clark. Didn't get either one. Got good looks both times, just didn't go for him.
All right, Fairhaven, as you said, kind of spreading things out here offensively. See, they got 4 corners going right now. Is ball over in that right corner. Bring it back out on top. A lot of patience here. Show that clock ticking down here as we come down, approaching the 4-minute mark left to go. And that one's that you cannot refuse.
Yeah. It's it's a lot easier to play ahead than it is to play from behind. There's no question.
And they just kind of wore down the defense that time. Wetmore coming in for that baseline opening there, and easy 2.
Dearborn down the floor, puts a shot up, no good, got it himself, gets the shot, and he'll go to the line for 1. But that's like the 3rd time we've seen him do that. He plays tough. He plays bigger than he is. Dearborn will shoot the bonus, 73-59, 3:52 to go, period 4, I'm sorry, end the ball game. Got the bonus. They close to 13 once again.
All right, and here come the Slaters over the half-court line with it.
They're going to have to get some stops, though, and they're going to have to be a little more aggressive with defense, trying to get the steal, because every second ticks off is going to be tougher and tougher to climb back in. Cahill to Buxton. Buxton kicks it back out. Now they bring it out. Very patient, Fairhaven. Wetmore into Buxton, back out. Not even looking to the hoop, just going to wind some clock.
I was going to say, Buxton's got like he's wide open in there. He did not take the shot. Now they get Phil Bean underneath. Got fouled.
Bean's only been to the line once here in the second half, so much better job controlling him underneath.
Had a heck of a first half, as we said, reading those halftime stats. Just outstanding game for him here tonight with 3:16 left to go in the basketball game.
Bean's first shot is on the way. It's up again. Perfect for the day from the line. Got them both.
We didn't say, well, just a quick word here as we go along the way. The girls are having an excellent year this year.
They are. They've only been beaten twice, both times by Rutland, so they're really having a great year. And Rutland girls are having a fantastic year. So Fairhaven chose to play up this year to tougher competition and to ready them for Barry, and so far it's working out. They're playing very well. Slater's a basketball again, very patient. Cahill, center of the floor, underneath the Bean. Bean's not too patient. He wants to go to the hoop. He wants to add to that total. So
he went right into and over the 2 defenders right there for that shot.
I don't think Coach Vadden's too happy with that, but he missed the shot. Buxton got called for the foul going over the top, trying to get the rebound. 2:48 to go in the ball game. 75-60 to Slaters. A little too big of a hill to climb now for Bellows Falls. Ball stolen away by the Slaters. Buxton has it, working with Wetmore. Back to Buxton, over to Wetmore. Missed the shot, loose ball. Who else but Bean pulls it down. Gives it to Buxton. Buxton wide open 3. Thought about it. And then he took the shot, misses it. Bellows Falls will come down with it.
Shot top of the Bellows Falls circle. Colby Dearborn off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Fairhaven. Coming to the 2-minute mark left to go in this contest. Been all Fairhaven here this afternoon. They lead the entire way on their home court.
Just going to wind some clock again until they get a good look.
Just work that offense. Good opportunity here just to work on things you might need a little work on. And
Buxton gets the wide open 3, but it doesn't go for him. Dearborn quickly down the floor. No good. Buxton got back, though, and picked up the board himself. He'll bring it down himself. Left side, it'll go over to Wetmore. Wetmore will go to the hoop. No good. Loose ball. Bellows Falls.
Here come the Terriers down the floor with 1.5 minutes left to go in our basketball game. Oh, that's one from downtown.
Nice shot. Nice three-point shot put up and good by Moore. Moore's added up some points today as well for the Terriers.
Cole Moore there with 1:26 left to go, hitting that bucket, and makes it 75-63. We have a timeout here on the floor. We mentioned the Fairhaven girls having a good season. Just a little bit down Route 30 here, we have the Poultney boys, which are having a pretty good season. Poultney had a big win against the West Rutland Golden Horde there back a couple of weeks ago, Joe, one of the top teams in Division 4 boys basketball. So just shows on any given night, you bring your game and you can win.
Have you seen the Devils play, Greg, this year?
Yes.
Yep. Good.
Yep.
Good.
Been over there for a couple of. So I'm actually in the Bob Abrahamson tournament over at Proctor, which was the start of the basketball season right around the Christmas holiday.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a great tournament over there. They were all right, but they didn't win a game. Let's just say that they've warmed up since then, and they got all the pieces of a good basketball team there, no question about it. So, but again, a lot of fun, in Rutland County to watch these basketball games, and glad to be able to get over here to Fairhaven this afternoon. Hopefully we'll get a few more. Definitely want to see the girls.
A lot of people were happy to see you here today, Greg. People have been coming up and chatting with you and appreciating your effort to come over here. So very nice.
Well, we were fortunate to be able to present a lot of this on the radio over the years, and not a lot of that done anymore. So
it's like old homecoming week for you and I back here.
It's always fun to come to Fairhaven. Just a beautiful school, a great community.
Slater's content to wine clock. Buxton's way out on top. It'll come to Kyle. Kyle and Buxton will play catch out top. Bean will come and join them. Back it'll go to Kyle. Kyle very patient. Buxton right side. Loose ball. Out of bounds off of Fairhaven. So they do get the turnover. One thing in the second half, Bellows Falls hasn't let the Slaters run away and hide, Greg. They've kept it 10, 12 points the whole second half.
This Bellows Falls team's going to be all right. They're going to see a few wins here. They beat MSJ. That was one of their wins.
Long three put up by Bellows Falls. More, but no good. The Slaters the board. So the 36 seconds to go in the ball game. Bean will be content to work it underneath. Woodbury now back to Bean. Left side, it'll go to Buxton. He's got to go to the hoop on that. Buxton tries to slam it down, misses the shot. With 20 seconds to go. Bellows Falls with it.
Buxton got a little roar out of the crowd. They all love a dunk.
Dearborn's shot will come up short. And again, 9 seconds. The Slaters will wind it down.
And there's Fairhaven just going to take care of the basketball, content to let things run out. And our final score is going to be 75-63. So Fairhaven taking this win here this afternoon at home against the Bellows Falls Union High School Terriers. And the Fairhaven Slaters continue. They brought a 3-game winning streak into this gym here today, and they will continue that. They are 7-6 coming in here. They're now 8-6. So they were 2-1 in league play. They'll be 3-1 now. I believe Bellows Falls D2. Actually, is Bellows Falls Division 2 or 3? I think they're 3 here. But anyway, I'll check on that here in just a second. So anyway, very well played ball game here this afternoon. 75-63 our final. We'll see if we can get some stats coming up. All right, we're back here at Fairhaven High School. Big win for the Fairhaven Slaters here tonight. Fairhaven keeping their winning ways going here. They came here 7-6 overall, if I'm correct on that. Luke Vadnais, the head coach of Fairhaven High School boys varsity team with us. Luke, just sum up your performance, your team's performance here this afternoon.
I got to give Bellows Falls a lot of credit. They're a well-coached team, and they played really, really hard. And we knew they were going to play hard, but they impressed me this with their focus, their game plan, their ability to rebound the basketball. They had some kids that hit some incredibly tough shots, and they just didn't go away. I look up and we're up 12 or 15, and we just could never extend it. And it was because they work so hard, and they're just an extension of their coaching staff. Their coaches are working hard, and they have their kids organized and motivated. And I got to give Bellows Falls a lot of credit.
And your kids did very well, too. You had some good shooting first half. I see Joe's going to check our stats here in a minute, but Dylan Wetmore had a nice game with the outside shooting. Phil Bean, especially good game first half. I think they made a little adjustment to Phil Bean in the second half, but you got some size here. You got Corey Buxton in there. You can go to him if you need be, but great game from a lot of different players.
Yeah, Phil's been awesome all year long. I think he had 25 or 27 at halftime. and they definitely made an effort to take him away in the second half. But he's tough to take away because he works so hard. He rebounds the ball so well, and Phil's been great for us all year. He's been super consistent, and it's his work ethic and his will. He's carried us, and Dylan has been really good lately too. He's got a good stretch going. He had 24 today, so Dylan can fill it up, and Dylan's been playing well, and it's always nice to see a senior step up and play well. So I'm proud of Dylan. He's had to work really hard to get where he is. Nothing's come easy for him over his 4 years, so he's earned this every step of the way.
Okay, just a couple more questions because I know you want to get with your team, and they'll be throwing us out of here in a second. But looking ahead, you're kind of catching a stride right now. If I'm not wrong, you have a 3-game winning streak coming in here, which will be 4 now, right? Am I right on that? And then you have, I believe, MSJ on your schedule, Rutland on the schedule, and then, of course, Otter Valley, a team that you beat. Otters are very good in D2.
Yep.
Just your thoughts on that.
I know we go to Rutland on Tuesday. That's going to be really tough. They're a really good Division I team. They're really well coached. They have a lot of good players. We'll have our hands full over there. We're just going to go over there and look to compete, and we're not looking anywhere beyond that one game right now just because we'll have our hands full over there, and we'll need to take it up a couple steps from today if we want to have any success over there. So we're solely focused on Rutland. We're excited about the opportunity. We feel we can have success, but we're going to have to take care of the ball, play better defense, and rebound the basketball.
Okay, and D2, very competitive division, as I said. I know the Otters having a very good year. They're very excited up there, but one of your wins was against them, so that had to be one of your high points of the season so far.
Absolutely. Otter Valley's good, and it was good for us to get that win. Hartford is the number 1 team in Division II, and they're coming here at the end of the year, so we'll be excited to see how we measure up with them. When we went over there, we played pretty good for 3 quarters, but it got away from us late, and we're excited about that opportunity as well.
Okay, Coach Luke Vadnais, Fairhaven High School, thank you very much for your comments.
Thank you.
And
Joe, good to see you.
Joe Howard is going to check our stats here. If Luke can give us that book. All right, there we go. All right, so we thank Luke for his comments. Joe, you got the book there? And
I do. So we'll do the Terriers first. Dearborn, the quarterback, ends up with 13, plays hard, plays tough. Moore with 15, had a pretty good second half. Clark ended the day with 20. Albee had 5. Halleck ended with 8. Now for the Slaters, here's a surprise. Sam Kyle, the freshman, didn't score, but ran that club the entire night. Didn't turn over the ball very much. Almeida had 8. He had those early. Set the pace with 2 threes to begin with. Wetmore, 24 points, like Coach Vadnais said. Nice night for him. Barker had a 3. Buxton had 7, and Bean 33. 27 of those in the first half. And Bellows Falls did do a good job taking him out in the second, only scoring 6. But Slaters had answers the entire game.
Well, that's exactly what you predicted. Said, I mean, you look in that scorebook if you're the Bellows Falls coach, and you just definitely got to make some adjustment regarding Bean, and they did a good job with that. But Fairhaven, very strong team, good-looking team. I can see some good things happening for the rest of the year for them.
Very good. Greg, again, thank you very much for the invitation. Had a lot of fun.
Okay, enjoyed doing it. We're at Fairhaven High School. Greg McCormick along with Joe Howard. Fairhaven winning this contest this afternoon. It was 75 to, what was the total for the Terriers? Should be right there in the upper 75 to 63 final. So that is it from Fairhaven High School, a presentation on PEGTV. Thank you for watching.